The 11th of November is the anniversary of the Armistice that ended the First World War after years of bloodshed. Amid the devastation on the battlefields of Europe, red poppies began to bloom. They became a symbol of sacrifice and of hope. We still cherish the poppy as our flower of remembrance as we pause to honour the memory of all those who have given their life for our nation while serving in wars, conflicts and peacekeeping operations. Earlier this year, the last of our Second World War Rats of Tobruk, Tom Pritchard, passed away at the age of 102. Tom Pritchard insisted that when he died, he didn't want to be singled out as special. He wanted to make sure all the Rats of Tobruk are remembered, not just the last one of them. So I'd like to honour his final wish by sharing the story of two brothers who were educated in my hometown of Geelong along with their sister. Douglas Singleton was working as a sheep farmer when he and his younger brother Ken decided to enlist. Douglas got engaged to his sweetheart Audrey shortly before the brothers embarked with the 2nd 24th Infantry Battalion in November of 1940. Having completed their training, the battalion entered Tobruk in April of 1941. The desert was harsh and the enemy attacked relentlessly. The Australians and their allies were surrounded, but they did not surrender. For 8 long months, they stood their ground and they never lost their sense of humour. Indeed, when a Nazi propagandist compared them to rats, they turned the insult into a badge of honour and began calling themselves the Rats of Tobruk. The Singleton brothers made it through the siege, but in July of 1942, while fighting in El Alamein, Egypt, Lieutenant Douglas Bruce Singleton was killed in action. And 2 weeks later, his brother Private Kenneth Douglas Singleton died of wounds. The family's extraordinary record of service also included their sister Irene, who was a nurse in the Australian Army Nursing Service. After the fall of Singapore early in 1942, she was held as a prisoner of war. Lieutenant Irene Ada Singleton died of illness in February of 1945 while still in captivity in Sumatra. On Remembrance Day, we remember Douglas, Ken and Irene Singleton and acknowledge the suffering of all the families who have lost loved ones in the service of Australia. We remember all of the Rats of Tobruk, those who fell in the battle and those who kept the Tobruk spirit alive by returning home to build the nation their mates had died to protect. And we reflect on the courage and the sacrifice of the more than 103,000 men and women who made the ultimate sacrifice in the service of our nation, lest we forget.